Hey everybody, Kevin here, Brick Building Biker. Alright, so we picked up that Monster Fighters Haunted House set 10228 in Calgary at the Brick Bin there the other day on our little road trip. And yeah, I got it all put together. I was excited because I just wanted to get it together, and it's been a while. I actually have built this set before. I owned it there, and I got rid of it kind of in my dark times, as I so commonly refer to them as. And yeah, it was definitely one that was on the replacement list. So I picked this one up. Now, it's a used set, like anything. You run the risk of it missing a few parts and pieces here and there. So Tony had a couple of them in stock when we were there. One was a sealed kit, and then I picked up this one. It was just basically in a Ziploc bag. So I got it home, got it all together, and yeah, it's missing a few pieces. But to that end, I was going to say the nice thing about purchasing it from a store is that I call him up and I'm like, hey, Tony, man, this missing this stuff. And he's like, I'll do whatever it takes to get it. So whether he goes to Bricklink or he rummages through his stuff and finds the parts and pieces. A couple of them were specialty parts, like when I show you the house itself, you'll see that the heads that are on the top of the pillars, they're supposed to be, I've got one of them on there. It's supposed to be like a spooky head or whatever. There's three other ones. I just put random heads in there. I think it's actually kind of comical. I don't know, leave it like that, but whatever. But he'll get those parts and pieces from me. And then the other piece that was missing was basically just one of the corner roof pieces. But you know what? Like I said, he's all on board. If you buy privately and it's kind of in a bag, you're running the risk of, when you contact the person, they'll just say, well, I don't know, it's too bad. But this guy, like I said, he's been very good and very accommodating. So that's a good sign because, obviously he's running a business and he wants to take care of it and make sure that his customers are taken care of, which is great. So I'm going to flip my camera around here, and we'll take a quick little look at this thing. And I know a lot of you have seen it. And there's a couple of the detail pieces missing. I just haven't put them together yet. It's kind of weird when they do the instructions on this thing. The first few pages of the instruction book are just basically all the details, which is weird because normally in a Lego set you just start building and they add those detail pieces in as you go. But in this one, they decided to start with some of the detail pieces. So you're building all like the kitchen tables and this and that. And you know what? I just kind of blasted through that. I remember building that when I built it the first time. And I just kind of blasted through it. And once I blasted through it, then it was like, okay, well, I'll get building on the house. I got that all built up. And then I just got to go back and finish stuff up. And then, of course, with that Technic set I picked up the other day, I finished one of those items too. I wanted to get it all together and play with it because that's the main one that I bought the set for. So the little detail stuff can wait. But yeah, I'm going to flip the camera around here and we're going to take a look at it. All right, so here it is in all its glory, the monster set. So like I just said in the first part there's the four heads. You can see them across there. This is what the heads are supposed to look like. I think that's actually a Tony Stark one. Of course, who wouldn't be scared? And then just a skeleton head. Yeah, so you can see all the shutters on the sides. They look neat. They got some boarded up windows all the way to the top here. And then I love these roof sections. So they did the same thing with this guy as they did in the haunted house. So just everything that's coming off of here, you can see the little angle pieces and lots of really neat design features with this set. I forgot how cool it was just to look at and kind of the effort they put into it. So here's the side with the chimney stack. And yeah, up it goes, up into the roof. And then when you get up to the top section, this is the piece here that is actually missing that Tony's going to replace for me. So it's just a corner piece. No big sweat. These guys are the glow-in-the-dark ghosts. There's two of them, as you can see. Very spooky. So let's turn this guy around. We'll look at the other side. This is kind of the exit to the kitchen or whatever. So in the box, this is where they have the chef standing. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, the chef was missing. But he's already found me one, so we're all good. And you know what? Honestly, it's going to give me an excuse to go back to the store and buy some more stuff. So I'm always good with excuses on to go purchase. There's the back. The back is pretty plain, but of course you generally don't see too much of the back. What I do love though is this brick design. I love that on anything. It looks good if you do this with maroon bricks or like the dark, really dark red. This looks phenomenal. Like you do it in the corner sections coming up, and it looks really good. I think I'm going to build a mock actually coming up pretty soon that's gonna kind of showcase that. It just looks neat, like the mortar, like the concrete's coming off and you're getting the exposed brick inside. And then what they did on this set is when they build it, you've actually got it so that is on the inside. So if you look in old, it wasn't in his room, where was it? It is... Yeah, it is. It's up there. So when you look it up in the room, in Dracula's room there, you see his artwork, you see his heart in the glass jar, and then the rack up there. And then you see that broken brick from inside, which I think looks phenomenal. Not a lot of detail in here. I mean, there's a fair amount, a few parts and pieces. This is an older set, and it does have the brittle brown, so something that definitely likes to break if you're not careful with it. So there's main floor. This fireplace actually spins around, so you can have it there. And then, yeah, main floor, you got a staircase coming up and then over. Up into this area where it's like a letter writing stand or whatever. And the table, I got to put the drink glasses on the table still. There's a knight's hat and this tub and whatever. And this is actually a staircase. This drops down and then it just comes down into this area here. I just leave it up because I'm going to generally have this thing closed up anyway. And then there's your kitchen. You got the spider web in there and the stove, and then of course the snake in the pot table. And old Dracula's bed here. So you got some artwork on the table and that thing, and then his very comfortable bed, which is just basically a frame, so that's all good. You know, I might do something with that, build a coffin in there for his old bed. That'd be kind of cool. And then the music room. So there's some records in the box. There's your record player, and yeah. And then on the very top here, you actually have a bat. So that is the set all in. I'm glad I rebought this because yeah, it's a great set. Like it's a fun set to look at. You can incorporate it anywhere. You can put this in into your theme park. You can any of that stuff, just from the simple fact that, you know, you could sell it as it's like if you, I don't know if you've ever been to Universal Studios, but you walk through the haunted house there, or you walk through just the area where they jump out every corner and scare the living bejeebus out of you. You can put that into your, beside the actual haunted house, like the drop ride, and it fits. Like the colors are the same, the roof lines are the same. I think they'll look great if I put them side by side or together. But yeah, in the background there you can see one of the Technic pieces. I got it built already. That's what the one I bought all that Technic for, was that one sort of thing. Lots of cool detail. Like if you look up under the roof line, you have the angled pieces here and then just these straight, like the grabs. It looks awesome once you get right in tight, and all the little details on this thing are everything like this. Even above the windows, you've got the one by one stud there, and then the flat tile piece on top, and then this taper piece in the middle. Like it's a great set to look at. I am super happy that I picked this back up again, and then yeah, I guess we'll have to take another trip down south and see what Tony can sell us from there. So yeah, if you like what you saw here, and I guess we got more content coming, and I'll get some building on some of this Technic stuff. Technic stuff. I've got bins and bins of stuff here, as you can see. So there'll be a lot of building, a lot of manuals to go through. That'll be fun. There's the pin drawer, but there's some pins mixed up in the other stuff. So I think I'm going to sort all that first out, and then sort all that out first, and then get building and see what we can't come up with here. So yeah, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.